Hello, everybody. Welcome to SGTV. I'm your host, Paras Anand, and today we have young, talented champion cricketer with us. Ishan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm so glad to be here.
It's nice to meet you, although, these are difficult
Same here.
times and it's difficult to travel all around the world. But nonetheless, there is technology. So,
Same here, sir.
good to
Same
finally meet
here.
you.
Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you so much. So, we obviously we are seeing both of you, Rishabh and you,
Yeah.
Ishan,
Yeah.
as young, exciting cricketers. Both of you are, it's very similar style. And you've been sharing the dressing room also regularly now that you're playing for India. And I'm sure you played in your junior days as well. So, what sort of competition do you have? How's that, in that feeling that you have, both of you keepers, young, similar style? What sort of camaraderie is there?
I think it's a very healthy competition going on between us. We have been since each other since the 19 days. So
Hmm.
we don't take it as a competition actually. We love to be around each other and we help each other in the game also when we feel like someone is in trouble or he's not feeling okay. We are always there to chat with each other.
And the style that you have, both of you, you take the bowlers. It doesn't bother you whether he's the number one bowler in the world. He's a fast bowler bowling at 150, and you're always looking at attacking the bowler, hitting your first shot for six in your debut game. So, what is the thought process there? Is that your way of probably expressing yourself or defending yourself?
It's not like the way of expressing, it's just that I feel really confident when I have SG bats in my hand, first of all. I can straight away go for a big shot and I just look to play the ball. I just go in and wait for the ball if it's in my arc and I just go for it.
And talking about the attacking game that you have, and always looking to clear the boundary. You're taking the risks as well at the same time. When you have to clear the boundary.
Yeah.
So, is this something? This fearless kind of cricket. Is this something that was natural to you, or is that something that you built over a period of time in your game?
I think it's all natural, and obviously we practice so much before the game, and we feel confident when we go in. When we know that we have done enough hard work, we have put in a lot of hard yards. So it's just that we have to go there and watch the ball. We know that all we have done before the game, we have done it right. We have completed our homework, so we can just get in there and watch the ball. That's all we think about. And if the ball is there, we just go for it.
And we've seen you play as an opener, and you've done really well in the last few games that you played as an opener, and you played low down the order as well.
Yeah.
It's still the same style of cricket that you play, but if you were to choose between playing in the middle order or playing as an opener, what is your preference? What is it that you feel more comfortable at ease at?
Obviously, all of you know that I love to open the innings because I want to go in there and start it and use the circle really well. But
Mhm.
at a higher level right now, where we are playing the IPL or the Indian cricket team, we have to be ready for any situation what's given to us from the coaches or captain. If they ask us to bat lower down the order, we have to be prepared for that, and that's how we practice also in the nets. So it's like one day we bat with the new balls, and the other day or after 2 days of good practice, we go in and talk to our coaches, or if the coaches say that you should practice the slogging also, so we just do that. So at this level, I think there's nothing like I want to bat at opening and I can't bat if I'm given to bat at lower down the order. I have to be ready for every situation here.
Okay, so it's probably that's what modern cricket is about. That
Yeah,
situation might change depending upon the opposition or the composition of the team.
exactly.
And as a kid, I'm sure Adam Gilchrist would have played a huge role. He was a very exciting, a similar sort of style he had. As a left-hander, aggressive, and a wicket keeper. So who else was there, in your earlier days as a young budding cricketer, as a teenager, who inspired you?
I think as a left-handed batsman, I watched a lot of videos of Brian Charles Lara. I loved his
Wow.
batting, the way
Yeah.
he gets in and starts from the very first ball. He looked so confident from the very first ball. So I
Okay.
love his batting, and lefty batsmen are so stylish. So it's
Mhm.
always good to watch. And we are minority, so the novelty factor is also quite high.
In the shorter format, especially in the T20, there is a pressure on every batsman, whether you are an opener or you're playing at the middle order. So the strike rate puts a lot of pressure on any batsman. So when you are there, what plan do you have? What do you have? Some sort of figure that, okay, depending on the wicket and the opposition, this is the strike rate which is ideal for me. Is that something that you plan and then execute?
It's not about the strike rate, I guess, because every match it's a different situation you get into. Sometimes you are in after 12 overs, sometimes you are in the sixth over only when two
Mhm.
wickets are down. So it depends on getting the job done for the team, make them win. So all I care about is how I have to think about the situation and the role given to me, and according to that I just go in.
Say, for example, if there is a target in front of you and it's a stiff target, so would you do you plan depending upon how many runs are needed in an over, or it's something that when you go there it comes naturally, or you just go with the flow? So what sort of thought process do you carry, to execute maybe a big total when you are chasing, or when you're even setting a big total?
The communication with your partner is very important, because you both the batsman and the middle needs to be on the same page. They need to
Mhm.
know who is going to target which bowler. So in case I am batting and Rashid Khan is bowling, so like in the
Mhm.
SRH match also, I asked Rohit Bhai to just give me a single, because I was connecting the ball pretty well. So I just asked him to rotate the strike, and maybe I'll go for the big shots. And some overs,
Mhm.
if like someone like part-time spinner like Maxi is bowling, Maxwell.
Mhm.
So Rohit Bhai was the one, he asked me to give him one run and he can go for the big shot. So that's
Mhm.
how we communicate in the middle. But if you see your partner, he's not able to smack the ball, so you just take your chances, and you need to feel confident at that point of time, and for that you need to practice very well before the game. So
Mhm.
that's how we approach the innings. Like we just communicate and wait for the ball.
And being part of India under 19, and then obviously playing for India A,
Yeah.
I'm sure you spent time with Mr. Rahul Dravid.
Yeah.
So what's been your experience? Something that comes to your mind, some advice that he gave you, or so how's that been? Uh,
He's someone who doesn't, ask. He will not ask you to change your technique or change your stance, do something else with your batting. He's how do I explain? He's very humble. He's very disciplined kind of guy. He loves to make us practice and master the art. So that's all. He looks up to us. Like we go get in the field and we practice well, we master our art, and then even if you don't perform, he's not like you should have done that. He's just that you have to. He asks us to examine what mistakes you have done, and make sure that you don't do it in the next game. He's not harsh. He's very friendly.
Again, talking about left-handers and attacking players, uh, one name that comes to your head is Yuvraj Singh,
Yeah.
and the six sixes in an over that he's hit. That is something that no Indian this generation can forget. What he achieved. And now we see young, that talented, aggressive cricketers who are capable of doing it.
Yeah.
So according to you, who is one person you'll probably put your money on, whether it's you or Rishabh or Hardik? So who's that one cricketer you feel is very close to hitting six
I I
sixes
think it's
in an
not
over?
one batsman who can do it. All three of us are attacking, and we have this natural power in us that we can go for big sixes at any point of time. So I think all three
Mhm.
of us can do it if given the situation. And you also know that all three of us bat with SG bats, and we get very good bats.
Well
So
said.
we have to use those below in those matches when we are given that situation to go for six sixes.
No, so agreed. All three are capable, but if you have to say that, okay, this is the person maybe who's in a position where he would be the first to do it. So who would that be?
Maybe Hardik Pandya.
Okay,
Yeah, he
he's
got
going to
immense power.
Yeah, he's going to like this answer.
Yeah, he's very powerful. He
Yeah,
can smack sixes, big sixes at any point of time.
yeah. He is definitely, and he's one
Yeah.
person who's really passionate about his cricket bat also, he's like
Oh, very
really,
much.
yeah,
Those curves and everything.
yeah,
He
yeah. And he's teaching you also a lot.
He's teaching me also a lot bats also, because in the beginning he was like, you have to ask for good bats. Then I started talking to you for good bats. And now I know the difference. When you have good bats in your hand, you are so
It
confident.
does.
From the very
Yeah,
first ball, you can just go in
yeah,
and smack
yeah.
the ball.
Yeah, no, no, we're also, the care that we take, in
Obviously.
making sure you get what you want, and we understand, that's really important for an athlete also, because now traveling is not possible. So we have to
Yeah.
put in that extra effort to ensure that if you get the right product, that does the trick. It just
And
changes the
that's
dimension.
actually happening, because now in the domestic or in the IPL India team, most of the batsmen, they are batting with SG bats, and I've never heard a single complaint about the bats. Everyone is like, I also want to shift to SG.
Yeah.
So it's so good to watch, and they all come to me also for a bat. But but it's not like I have. All my bats are so good that I don't want to give it to them, but still I have to as a friend.
Yeah, नहीं नहीं, you keep hitting sixes, आप छक्के मारते रहो, और वो बैट और पॉपुलर होता रहेगा. It's because so that is the relation. You are hitting sixes, the bat is becoming popular. We are giving you what you want, you hit more sixes. So
I
chicken
will
and egg
make
हो
sure
गया.
that SG और पारस सर का नाम बना रहे.
Brilliant, very well said. So coming back to again, if we talk about good quality bowling,
Yeah.
right? And we've seen that it's not just about batsmen hitting sixes. Now even the bowlers are, they're bringing about some sort of improvisation in their skill set, to counter, to counter a attacking batsman. Like you'd want to watch a video of a bowler who's bowling swing or who's bowling quick. They will also look at a batsman, what are his strengths. So and swing bowling is something, which is, we see, it's not just with Indian batsmen, it's all over the world. If you have a good swinging wicket or conditions, so there's a lot of pressure. So what do you feel, would be needed as a batsman, to probably enhance your skill to ensure that, even if it is swinging conditions, you should be able to, counter what the bowler has to throw at you.
I think there's a myth going on that India, when it's come to swing bowling, India is not that good, because we know that when we get a tour for England, how people talk, how media talk. But I think they don't know that we get these conditions in domestic games also, or when we play India A matches. I know the condition is slightly different in when you go to England, but you have to give credit to the bowlers also for bowling in the right areas, making plan for each and every batsman, and to get them out there. So at the same time, it's not always the batsman who will come up with good score and everything. It's the bowlers also who makes the match, win the matches for their team. So we have to give credit to the bowlers. But at the same time, I think our Indian team batsmen, everyone is doing well against the swing bowling also. We have won matches in England, so we don't have to explain it. It's just that there's a myth going on around.
And I think our bowlers also now, especially our fast bowlers, they are as good as anybody in the world, and they
Exactly.
also trouble. So again, just talking about bowlers, uh, which bowler do you feel, playing at the international level, at the top level, you feel that he's a bit difficult to manage. You feel that to get him away or to hit.
A bit difficult. I can say it's Jofra, because Jofra, his height he's too big, and he gets little extra bounce compared to other bowlers. And the worst part is his run up is too slow and his pace is too quick. So it's very hard to get into that rhythm that he's coming fast and he'll just bowl you fast. He comes very slowly and he'll just bowl you fast, and he gets extra bounce. And plus, he's not someone who just bowls fast. He understands the batsman, which batsman is trying to do what, and he bowls them according to that. So that's the best part when you have a bowler with good pace and he got good sense of game.
Yeah.
So I think he's difficult.
He is a bit difficult, yeah. And obviously you've been playing cricket for a very long time, and you've reached the top level. You're playing for your country. I think that's what all young budding cricketers dream about. But if Ishan Kishan was not a cricketer, then what would have been the other option or choice for Ishan Kishan?
See, sir, there are two options. Maybe businessman or politician, but I'll go with politics because I love to help people. I love to help people. I just want to make sure that they are always happy, and in any way that I can help, it's politics. That's how I can help them properly. So maybe I would be a politician.
Wow, interesting, very interesting. This is something,
and I'm very fascinated by how it runs. So
and talking about again attacking batsmen and wicket keepers, we cannot not talk about MSD. And you coming from a similar kind of setup, coming from a tier 2, tier 3 city and having that aspiration and reaching the top level. So how big a influence was Mahi Bhai for you?
I think Mahi Bhai, not just for me, for every youngster in India, because we also know how much he has done for the country. And plus he's so humble and so approachable. And his doors are always open for a chat and discussion. You can always get in, have a good chat with him. Whatever you're facing or going through, you can just go in and talk about it. And he loves to play games on PlayStation. So we spend a lot of time in his room. He's very lovely. He obviously takes care of us in the nets also. When we are going into bat, he'll just come in and chip in a few words like what you need to do in this session. So it really helps us as a youngster, and to any players, even the senior players in our team, they go to Mahi Bhai for help. It's so lovely to being around us here.
I think he's a great ambassador for the sport, and we are really lucky.
He's a true leader.
We're very lucky that we have somebody. So if you if you have to sum up your SG story, if you have to sum up your SG story, so how would you what would you have to say about the bond you share, or how important the equipment is for you?
Sir, SG, whatever I'll say, I'll be short of words. It's how do I explain? It's just my trusted deputy, and it's my weapon of choice. I love SG bats, and I feel so confident. Like I said earlier, I feel very confident when I walk out there with SG bats. I feel confident that I can smack from the very first ball, and I don't have to care to just middle the ball. If I hit it properly, it will just go for six. And obviously, I'm very delighted to be in this partnership with a renowned brand like SG. So I'm really lucky to be here with you guys.
Thank you so much, because we were we obviously seeing a story, a youngster playing at the first class level, then playing for the junior level, and then coming and playing at the top level. We also feel very proud, and these are the stories that they've been keeping us going for such a long time. Like, I'm sure you're aware, it's a 90-year-old company. And this passion, that.
A lot of players.
So thank you, Ishan. Thank you very much. Finally, it was very good to talk to you. Had a lovely chat, and hopefully we'll see you very soon in person.
For sure, sir.
All the best. Our good wishes are with you. Our blessings are with you. Take care, and God bless once again. Cheers.
See you, sir.
Bye. Thank you. Take care.